Probably they send it to your Thunderbird email, but I'm not sure.
Oh,
It went to my personal one.
Oh, this one only has one picture of Kelly. I saw some, there are more coming that have more. I guarantee I gave everybody's pictures. So it's like the history of Share and Marshall's idea and what are Share Fellows like? And then then we did like profiles of specific students and how they are graduates and how they feel about education in their home countries. And so like Angela's talking about how it's hard to be a woman and get educated in Uganda. And then you go down and Luis is talking about Cuba has good education, but they don't really help you with entrepreneurship, so all these impact stories and then ways to donate. And in the first hour, we got, I think, 8 donations and 85 shares, sharing the email. And that's apparently really a lot for us, for Thunderbird.
sharing the email. Can they see that?
I guess they can. That's what I was told. So here I can tell you exactly what she said on that. Let's see.
I didn't know it was possible. If I forward the email, that someone could check that.
Maybe it's sharing the web page to donate. I don't know. She says 8 people have clicked to donate and
Okay.
85 have forwarded. That is high for us. So whatever that means, it was good. So anyway, so that's the launch to the campaign. That's an email. For people who don't have emails, they're going to be mailing them something. For people who already donated to Share, we sent them a packet, which was a packet with a handwritten note from a Share fellow. Wait, I can share. Can I share this? Can I switch over from you, Nuria?
Yep.
Hang on. Let's see. This is the little packet. Sorry, it's in my Slack, so you can't see, but it's a brochure. It's a really beautiful booklet with all kinds of facts about Share. A letter from me telling how far the program has come and thanking you for donating. There's a handwritten note from a Share fellow with thank you in their language and what it means. And then this thing here is a postcard, and on the back is a QR code that helps you donate. The 100 of those went out to people who'd already were larger donors, through the years, thanking them for their previous. So we're trying to, touch on all the different communities. So that's just, let me stop sharing if I can. How do I stop? There it is. So anyway, this is the launch to the campaign was that email, and then the mailing had already gone out and they will be receiving it. So I don't know if you all had a chance to look at the Dropmark page. I put a bunch of stuff on there. Do you need me to share that link here? Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
I look at the video from last time because I couldn't join and it was really helpful. Thanks for recording it.
I'm going to put this in the chat, okay? It's this is the Dropmark page. And on there, I know not everybody loves the Dropmark, but I do, and I'm running it. So I'm just kidding. So on the Dropmark page is also something called the Share Grad Fundraising Committee. It's a Word doc, and that tells you all the points that we need to address as this committee. Last time on the video, you'll see that Griffin and Joe were talking a bit about fundraising in general, but I wanted to provide you with some facts about Share on that and also what we're attempting to do. I'm pulling it up myself. So 3-month campaign, goal is enough for 2 share fellows. We've got 3 jobs for this committee. And I was really excited for those of you who were on the selection committee when we selected the last cohort. You know, your ideas are so much more effective than mine. And so I really, loved the way that group pulled together and came up with some strategies for how to get the job done. You're all either engineers or PMPs or managers or marketing experts. So I will tell you what I think, and then you can sort of take it from there, how you think it ought to be done. But we have 3 jobs, basically. The first job that I promised the school is that I want to get the rate of donations up for the SHARE graduates. Since 2012, everybody has signed a share it forward agreement. In other words, everybody has said they would make an attempt to donate back to the program. In the early days, I didn't really emphasize it very much. So you see a lot more your classes of everybody who's on the call right now giving back than the earlier classes. And so that's my bad. I didn't emphasize it. I don't know if I wasn't, comfortable with it or it just didn't come up. We didn't do orientation. So I didn't have as much opportunity to really get into that with everybody. So anybody before 2012, if they donate, it's just because they want to. Anybody who started 2012 or later has pledged to donate back. And of those, let's see, I think I did it for the whole group. Yes, I counted everybody who's a graduate. Approximately 45% have given something back. What we're looking for is not dollar amount. Unless you want, you can set your own goals. But the metric that I'm most interested in is the percentage of SHARE fellows that have made any payment back. And so I've got an Excel spreadsheet that I sort of extracted like more private data and so on. And it's a simple spreadsheet with the name, the region, the year, did they sign the agreement? Because that is going to affect how they're approached. And then what I need is you guys to figure out a way to contact them and what the script should be, or does everybody do it their own way, which is authentic, or do you approach the ones from your cohort, who signed up for this committee? I think it's 8 cohorts are represented. Maybe it's better just to do random. Maybe it's better people from your region. So I can give you the Excel. I didn't put it on the Dropmark page. I just felt like I wanted to talk about it first because it's a little bit private information in the sense that, I'm telling you who's donated or not. I didn't put the dollar amount. So I'm happy for people to donate a second time. If whatever metrics would make you feel like the job was well done. But the one metric that I really personally care about that I report is the percentage that have ever given back at least once. Okay.
Definitely, if we want to increase the percentage, we want to highlight or look for those cohorts where the percentage is lower and put extra efforts there. So the question is if you will share that.
Yeah, so let me show it to you. I'm going to show it to you right now, okay? Let's see. So you can see what we're looking at. So you can tell me if you feel there's any information missing from it, okay? Hang on.
Okay.
Okay. So here you have, I'm just going to scroll down. You can see all the SHARE fellows. This is everybody. It's a lot.
Oh.
Almost 100. But I'm not counting, I didn't even add the new ones in yet. I'm not, yeah, whoa, yeah, I didn't, I need to add 2 cohorts at the bottom. Oh, I only put the ones that graduated on this spreadsheet. That's why. So everybody you see here is graduated. Over here, you see SIF. This is, did they sign the Share It Forward agreement? And you see it starting here with Barry Niauke's cohort. They were admitted in the fall of 2012. That's that cohort. So the ones above that, earlier than that, did not sign that agreement. It doesn't mean they can't donate, and they all now presumably have been working, 10, 15 years, and they might be able to donate now.
Maria,
Okay.
probably the piece of information that might be helpful in this spreadsheet is who is part of the committee here.
Oh, good point. Yep, I'll add that. I'll make a highlight so you know.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
helpful.
good one, Noria.
Yeah.
I personally, so funny thing, like I watched all the video and it was very interesting, but also it reminded me when I was calling. I had a student work when I was a Thunderbird, and I was calling it for donations. And I don't know if Griffin remembers that, but she assigned me to
I'm sure she
call and
remembers.
stuff. And Tweely remembers that I would like on our breaks, I would just call, and she probably remembers also my script, had a script. And I feel that, I mean, the Share Fellowship feels like a family. I do like the idea of probably starting with approaching people from our cohort, because they're the ones that we know the most, and probably we will be more comfortable and get more have more success on reaching out and probably getting donations. But then I see that there's a couple other cohorts that not necessarily doesn't have like any representation, right?
Yeah,
So
they're not necessarily represented. Let me see. Actually, maybe what I ought to do is tell you right now, huh? Would that be smart to do so we can divide it up? I don't know. Or I can do it and send you this after, whatever you want to do.
however you prefer. I would definitely want to see if we have at least a couple of cohorts represented here in our committee, and then if there are no representation for any of the classes, probably we can do both.
Yeah.
I see a bunch of like people from Peru, so I could potentially like reach out. I know I've talked to a couple, but we could reach out, and there's some sort of affinity because of the region or the country.
Okay, so how should we go? I mean, I think that makes good sense. How should we go about dividing these then? Because there's like you say, a couple ways to go, right? Class year, affinity, whatever maybe some of them you've met before. I think the ones that are really early that haven't even signed the Share It Forward agreement, those are, they're not tricky, but they have a different approach maybe because they're not from your cohorts and they didn't sign an agreement.
So we have how many colors do we have? Or
On this committee,
yeah,
I think there are, is it 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
so it would be like
14,
about
15. 14 plus one student, current student.
15, and there are 100. Well, maybe less than that. It would be
40
85
something.
people. 85 people to call. Is that
Yeah,
correct? So
I
then,
think that's right. Yeah.
yeah. So we will have kind of like 5 people. We are gonna, each one of us will call about 5 to 6 people.
I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of the people that signed up for this committee, we also may have a few that drop out. I don't know if everybody will be able to do every job. So that's something else that we have to see, because obviously not everybody can make this exact time for a meeting. I think people opted in, they should want to do it, but you know.
So then after first we have to randomly assign people here, I guess.
I think so.
And then after we randomly assigned, maybe one of us should be facilitating or leading, to track all the progress on doing the calls, and depending on that, we can reassign based on who is more successful getting
I mean, we
getting a donation.
probably should have a Google Doc somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
I want you guys to set that part up in a way that works for you, because I would need also, look at what I've got here. I didn't fill in the emails yet. I can do that because I've got everybody's email. But some of them, maybe they don't answer. They have to be approached by LinkedIn, or if you can find their number for WhatsApp, I don't know. And then most of them are in our LinkedIn group, but not all. So if they needed to still join LinkedIn, I put yes, so you could ask them to do that, please, and provide an update. The update that I don't have from everybody, I know their jobs because they're on LinkedIn, most people, is whether they've done anything on the side that makes an impact, because that's what I'm always asked. And it can be small, it can be they do some volunteer work, it could be that they've done a startup, I don't know what it means. But anything to go on that I could note in my files would be useful. So those are the things I'm looking for. I will provide the emails. They need to join the LinkedIn group, yes, and provide an update. So if you guys, or I don't know if, you know, one of you wants to organize it, but somehow they've got to be divided up, and then somebody's got to make sure that they're like, you can't just divide them and give it to someone and then they don't do it, right? So
Yeah.
the follow through has to be.
Can we like give people a day or two to sign up for people they know?
Sure.
And then if the rest we can just randomly assign. So at
Sure.
least the touch is, you know, familiar.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. That's usually how I do it with Share when I need people to sign up for stuff. I think that's a great way to go. Let's see, who am I missing?
Yeah, and yeah, that's a good idea. So then maybe we should as I can, how do I say, I can volunteer for tracking all these.
Do you have
And
time?
yeah, my time to track all these and send to the committee to like, hey, you have 2 days to sign up and register here.
Yeah,
And
that would be great.
yeah, maybe someone can help me out to fill up the emails and LinkedIn profile. That's what we need to fill up here, yeah?
I will fill the emails if you like. I have them all.
Okay.
I
Okay.
actually just forgot to put them. I was going to do it today and I got busy.
Yeah, Kelly, I think that the LinkedIn portion is not that Maria's asking to put in their LinkedIn profile, but just asking them to join the group. So
Yeah.
probably we could add the link to the group on this spreadsheet so we have everything on one place.
I've got it on the drop mark page. You've got all
Okay.
your materials there.
Uh,
And you're welcome to stick it on there too. Whatever works, it's fine for me. I'm assuming though this would need to be, yeah, put somewhere else. It shouldn't be, I'll put this on the drop mark, you know, as a point of reference, but for everybody to fill it in, it needs to be on some other app. That's not it's a bulletin board. It's not an interactive thing.
so it needs to be like a,
On a Google Sheet or something.
okay. Kelly, do you feel comfortable putting this in on Google Sheets?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much better, definitely. Question that I have about, oh, there's, yeah, canceling. What if we, I don't know if we can provide the names, but I'm talking about sharing the list, not about donors, the overall list of all the share fellows when we connect. So they see the big picture of, maybe they don't know what they're part of.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive when you see it, right?
Yeah. So if
I'm
they
shocked.
can see this, they can see, oh, look, I'm here, but maybe, I don't know, 5 years later, someone else came from Zimbabwe and I didn't know. I thought I was the only one from Zimbabwe, for
Yeah,
example. What I saw one from Brazil, I didn't know there was one guy from Brazil. So I think that's helpful.
yeah.
And not to
That's
share like
good,
they
right?
donated or
How
not,
they
but
get something out of that call too.
yeah,
Not
I think
just-
it's a really nice information tool. Maybe we are like share fellowship, I don't know, geeks, or or we love this, but I think it's a nice
Sure, I can give
information
you,
we can share.
sure, I can give you the, what I can do is, I will add the other, let's see, I don't want it to show, who has donated, but I can just make a cleaner spreadsheet also with the new ones so that you have something to share that
Yep.
doesn't have the information of the SIF and doesn't have the information of whether they donated and the notes.
But I mean, if they donated, they can donate again. Is that the idea, no?
Yeah, but I don't want, if you're going to be talking with somebody, I don't want you to show them a thing that says which of
Oh,
their
no.
colleagues have donated. You know what I mean? For privacy. So that's for you guys to see, but I can make you a cleaner one that just has names and a little bit of that information so that you can scroll through it with them.
Okay, and the other question is, it doesn't matter the amount. We want to get the percentage. It doesn't matter if we are taking
Correct.
$5.
I'll take it.
You will take it with a good smile. $5.
So it come, it sounds ridiculous, but in terms of rankings of universities, it's the percentage of alumni that donate back. So that's why I use that metric. Obviously, the thing is, this is a number we can tell other donors who have millions and they are impressed by that metric and they will, so it's like seed money. So I view it as
That's fine.
money. So yeah.
That's the message we are going to transmit. That's really important. Say we want to increase the percentage. We don't want any number in specific, but okay,
Right.
that's good to know.
Just show your good faith and show that you want to engage with the program. Just so you guys know, out of all of these, maybe there's one person that I haven't heard from since graduation, but otherwise I'm in relatively fairly good touch with everybody. So I think that the reception should be good.
Maria, can we donate on his or her behalf?
Put this under his name.
On behalf of the Share Fellow who hasn't reached out in quite a while.
What I don't know doesn't hurt me, but let's see. I think that's everybody. I'll double check it later, but I think that's everybody.
One more thing. I think that because I worked on like this department before, I know that there's several ways of donating, and probably it'll be helpful if Griffin and team puts up a couple, probably 1 or 2 bullet points or maximum 3 of like how can Share Fellows donate. Probably it's a link, it's reaching out to her, or it's just like 3 options. I know there's like 100 options, but probably 3 options might work best so that we can share that with the people that we reach out to.
So on the email today, you see the link and it's also on the Dropmark page. That's where we're directing people. That should be first choice. If somebody doesn't like paying through a link, or I don't know if they have a firewall in their country, I don't know why they wouldn't want to do that, or they don't like to use credit cards, then if you can take their name down, we can reach out.
Okay.
Get their, how about getting their agreement and then, that they want to put some money in and they would like to be contacted by somebody on Griffin's team.
Okay. Yeah, I think that works. And which one So it's through the official share webpage that they would donate.
Yeah,
It's a pitch funder.
yeah, let me send it to you because I have it here open. I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
that's a really good point.
Oh, okay.
when
Yeah.
they say share the prosperity, that's the link.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
If
So it's the way you can find it now is it's in the email everybody got today, as you say, 4 hours ago, and then also on the Dropmark page that I shared.
okay.
And if you need it another way, then let me know.
Okay, sounds good.
But
I
that's
know
for the campaign. That's the campaign's pitch funder. Like this is a contained, campaign.
Yeah, because
Yeah, you can see that the Professor Roy, or I think he's a professor. I don't know who's Roy. Uh,
Roy Nelson.
already donated.
He
Yeah,
did. I didn't even look to see who donated. Oh,
oh,
that's
you
so
can
fun.
see.
It's in the
Where do you-
donor wall.
Oh, where is it? Hmm.
So I think like to V's point on the other call, sometimes like companies do match, and that would be great too if we can get.
Yes, always, if they're in a company, ask them if they can be matched. A lot of the big companies do it. We'll love that. That's great.
It says here you can be in the when you are gonna do the donation, like it says you can visit our eMatch donor site to find out if your employer is a company that has a matching gift.
Did they put the site up? I haven't checked. We asked them to put actually the site so people could check.
Yeah,
There? Okay, good.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
my company doesn't do any matches.
let me look at the
think
donor
Nuria
one.
Company
does.
doesn't.
No.
Hmm,
I
Oh.
think
1 hour ago. Yeah.
My company does 100% up to like, I don't know if it's $100 or $200 per year.
That's great. Did we only get one gift? I thought they said 8 people donated.
Probably was through other.
No, it was the metrics from this site. Anyway,
because you can display your name and donation amount on the donor wall or not.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. Not everybody wants to be displayed.
Mhm.
Question: if we want to like boost the campaign, should we donate there?
Yeah.
If you personally,
Yes, any of us.
yeah,
Personally.
donate there.
Okay. So we like show traction.
Mickey's like got a algorithm setting up $5 twice a day. Okay, so action steps here. If you don't have any more questions, to summarize,
That's a good strategy.
huh?
That's a good strategy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I am going to make a clean spreadsheet so you can show it to people how vast share is. And it will have the 2 current cohorts, even though they're not graduated, so they can see everybody. I'm going to put that on Dropmark, okay, guys? So that's where it's going to go. And then I will put in the emails, the email addresses. And then who's gonna, Kelly, are you spearheading something? Are you gonna put the thing on
Google
Google?
Kids.
Uh-huh. So we're gonna have Kelly organizing. Put on Google Doc so you can all fill it in.
Question: Do we have this as an infographic, or do we? I don't know if it helps to do percentages. If women, male, I believe you may have them already.
I
Maria.
have that on
Okay.
another, let me show you what I have
Because
on.
it's easy to make them from these charts.
I
Okay.
hope I don't have too much personal information here. Here, let me cut out some of the personal stuff. I have something like this
Okay.
on my master grid, and I can provide that.
I
Mickey,
joined late. It is V. So before we go to the next step, I was just wondering, like, are we talking about like when we go out to people, we want to have some statistic to show folks to see like how many share and how widespread we are?
Yeah, so that is actually a bigger question. Do you guys want a script, or do you each want to do your own method? You know, because like Nuria was saying that she has already done some fundraising for the department back when she was a student. So you've got like sort of the department's method for doing that, a little bit of a script. I know when they call me for money, they always pretend that they're asking me for an update. And sometimes if I'm busy, I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have time for an update. Are you asking for money, and where do I send it? You know, because it's so transparent, you know?
Yeah, I think we gotta be flexible. I think having a script on hand, because my husband get called a ton from his school too, and they always have a script. Like they say, whether it's very personalized too. Like they would say, like this is where what year are they in? This is the purpose of the call. But they also would like, if they don't even give money, they would like to kind of make a connection and things like that.
Mhm.
But I think like undergrad is a lot easier to make that connection. So I think if our script is a little more personalized for us, it's like, hey, this is our industry, this where like this the year we graduated, to make that a little bit more like personal connection.
Yeah.
It would be cool if we can have like just like a in the past there was like, I forgot the name of the website, but you can make like interactive PowerPoint. If we have some statistic, we can make something like that. Like, hey, like if like we're in Asia together, you can click on here and you can see all the shared like graduates and which regions they from and things like that. I think that would be cool if we can get like a longer engagement. We have some tools that we can pull out.
So we have a book that we made, a booklet, like a 12-page glossy booklet. I don't think you were on the line yet, V, but I showed them what went out as a mailing. And it shows a little bit the history of SHARE. It's like a map with stars on it. Here's where they come from. There's a pie chart showing, you know, specific regions, things like that in it. I can get you guys an electronic version of that.
That would be great. Yeah. I
Okay.
think especially when we have email and we email follow-up, we definitely would like to have some additional materials that we can refer
Okay.
to.
I'm going to run it by the fundraising department and see if they want me to use that or if they have something else they prefer. But I think I
Yeah.
get what you want. Just something to, like if you were meeting them in person, you would consider it a takeaway piece, right? Something like that. But
Right.
okay.
Or if they have like some infographic, I'm sure
Okay.
we might have something for share. That would be beneficial for us to have too.
Okay. Sure.
I don't
Something.
remember, yeah, I don't remember, Maria, but we are only gonna call or reach out to the share fellows, or are we gonna call as well other people within ASU or Thunderbird?
Only, so you guys are in charge of the SHARE fellows, the
Okay.
SHARE graduates. And then there's another part of the committee which has to do with social media, which we can move on to in a bit, but that's all we need you guys to do. The third job for you though is if there are major donors that surface from this campaign, we one-off may choose you. Maybe it's a donor who has lived in Vietnam. I might call V and say, can you join a call with someone from the fundraising team and double team this guy and give him the heartwarming experience of sharing how it changed your life? And so that's the kind of thing we might do, but you will be tapped and be given time to prepare and information about that donor if it happens.
Okay.
So in terms of you dividing stuff up and making calls, it's just for SHARE fellows.
Okay. And those are the ones that you are highlighting here as well.
So I highlighted, the ones that I highlighted here are those who are on this committee with you.
And these ones, all of these ones that are highlighted are gonna call share fellows.
Yeah, it's the
Or reach out.
13 or 14 of you.
Okay.
V, Himanshu, Yazid, Helene, Bowe, Kelly, Zwili, Noria, Sheikh, Clara, Fareshta, June, Mickey, and Kensley. I think that's everybody. I'll double check it. So that's who it gets divided up with. And V, when before you came on, I want to just point out to you this column that says SIF, that's the Share It Forward agreement.
Yeah.
So this is people who signed the agreement start here. In your cohort, which
Yeah.
was the September of 2012, you were the first group to sign that agreement. Everybody signed it after that. But before that, it didn't exist. They didn't get living expenses, or if they did, it was to help somebody out who was having a hardship. And so just so you know that those people in the earlier cohorts, and a lot of them are from Vietnam, if that happens to end up being your, you know, a group that you call, I don't know how you guys divide it up, but they don't know what that is. They didn't get living expenses. They never promised to give back. It's a different conversation.
Yes. Yeah, and I think that's part of like, because I'm thinking of if we just cold calling a lot of people that we've talked for the first time and it goes directly to voicemail, because personally I don't pick up strange
Yeah.
phone numbers.
Yeah.
So if it goes directly to voicemail, we definitely want a script. And I think that's definitely something that we want to pull out in the script so that we know to tailor it as we call people.
So do you want me to get a script, like a sort of a sample script from the, well, two things. I can get you a script if you want it, or you design your own script, or as a group you design, it's up to you. Or the other question is, probably if it were me, I wouldn't cold call anybody. I would send them an email and say, I'm also a Share Fellow. We're talking about the campaign. I wonder if I can talk to you for a few minutes about it. We're trying to get 100%, you know, Share Fellows engaged in some way. You know, just some little email that you send them. Would it be okay if we have a 10-minute call? You
Got
know,
it.
I would do that, or through LinkedIn, you know, if they're not answering their email, or however you want to do it. If you want to find them on WhatsApp, it's fine with me.
Yeah, we are talking about that each one of us will reach out to 5 people, and those are from the same Share Fellowship. So there are a lot of commonalities there. So that's why I think the approach will be less than cold calling, where you will need a script. It will be more like, yeah, we know each other and we kind of have the same trajectory or journey. Like we share that we are part of Share, kind of.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sounds good. My cohort seems to be pretty small. I'm willing to take more folks if I need to. I can take the folks from Vietnam too. Like, I'm happy to.
I mean, I honestly, V, I think because there were so many Vietnamese in the early years who never signed the agreement, that if you can, you know, speak to them in their own language, they're all, except for you, all living there too. So, you know, you would probably be the easiest person to understand how to contact them and speak with them. Have you met them? Have you met any of the other Vietnamese Share
I
Fellows?
think I tried to, but none of them in Saigon. So a lot of them are in Hanoi, actually.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. So given like the last time I was actually back there earlier this year, I tried to reach out, but Hanoi was terrible pollution, so I didn't go there.
Well, maybe you have better luck if you're just emailing them or calling them.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out, let's keep this relatively confidential, but how Jip is discussing a donation on the side. So she's
Okay.
already, you know, she doesn't actually need to, you might contact her just to engage with her, but she's already, well, we can discuss it. Let's do that.
Okay.
We take
Yeah.
that offline if you end up having, you know, her to contact.
Got it.
Yeah,
Um,
just to note, because we wasn't here, I also volunteer to get this matrix or data set to a Google sheet and then like a shareable document. So I will ask to the committee to sign up and like sign up to see like who you wanna call or reach out to, depending like it's your same cohort or the same country, or you know
You've met them before.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes
So
sense.
you will be the chance to select who you wanna call.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the ones that have already donated. I will fill in the emails, remind them to
Awesome.
join the LinkedIn group if it says yes. and then provide get some updates from them, you know? And what I like, and I think I said this in the first meeting, what I like about working at Thunderbird in the fundraising area is that we're not just about, oh, they didn't donate, so, you know, forget it. They really do want to know where everybody is. There are opportunities to speak, to be on panels, to mentor. You know, maybe the dean visits a group when they're in a country. We really do want to know where everybody is. Thunderbird's a community, right? So you donate or not, we would like to know where people are, make sure they've joined T-Bird Connect or whatever, you know, get them involved somehow. So do get an update if you can. Okay. All right. So I've got my my orders here. I'll try to get all this out to you guys for tomorrow. And should we move on to the social media aspect? Any other questions
please.
about this? Okay. Let me see.
Maria, I have a question. So when we start interacting with people, and you said like folks before 2012 didn't get living expenses, do you think that information needs to be, like, the committee needs to be aware, because we don't want to go and assume that, oh, everybody got living expense, and
Yeah, definitely the
uh,
ones that did not sign the SIF agreement, maybe one or two got a little bit of money because they were having hardship. That's it. So basically, but it was not in the form of a loan. So definitely the conversation's different in my opinion. You know, like sometimes when I'm in a nasty mood and I'm looking at Instagram and I see people from, you know, cohorts in 2013, 14, they signed the SIF and they're, you know, in Instagram having a glass of wine in Rome or wherever they are. And I think, can you give me $10? I mean, you know, so if people can't, they can't. But I think, you know, as far as ones before that, it's completely optional. After that, they agreed to do it. So let's take this opportunity of the campaign to get on the books.
Great.
Are you guys comfortable with this? Is this, you know, is it awkward? Is it
I don't think
Well,
so.
no,
okay?
no, it is not.
Okay. All right.
What is that up for it if it is, right?
That's right. Okay, so you'll look for an email from me. I'll have you know, these things. If you need something more or something's not working, you obviously know to let me know and we'll change it up. Okay. Let me stop sharing this then. And then the next thing is the social media. I don't have anything to do I have anything I can share with you on the social media? The look of the campaign will be very much like the email that went out today. And some of you have not seen it. Should I put it back up?
I saw it came through today.
Did y'all see it?
can you forward it to me?
Yeah, I can forward it. In my Mac, the pictures, the photographs don't come through very well. So hang on, let me just forward it. Who wanted it? To Gmail, yeah, Zuili? Anybody else? Everybody else has it, right?
Yeah, I got it. I don't know.
Okay.
Didn't get it.
So that's the look of it. We did some focus groups with the Share Fellows about what's regionally appropriate. Some of the imagery was, let's say, old-fashioned, you know, that represent the region. And because the regions are so vast, you know what I mean? Like you can't put a Mexican sombrero for Latin America because it's a lot bigger than that, right? And the same with Asia, we had the same issues, is that some of the imagery was really specific to one country, and it's not necessarily what everybody identifies with or is happy with. So we ended up doing a bit of textiles and lanterns, things like that, you know, don't offend anyone. But anyway, what are you asking, Kelly? Where is what?
What is the imaginary, like, is that in the folder, in the shareable folder, or?
The email shows you sort of the theme. If you look
Okay.
at the email, like the header.
Okay.
And so also in the email, those impact stories, we've got a share fellow in front of a colorful background and they're talking about their country. That's going to be things that are repeated.
Okay.
And we've had so many conversations about this thing. There are other things that they were talking about, like having people video themselves, like shaky hand cam about here I am in my country and this is what I'm doing, and that's going to go on social media. I don't know. All I know is it's going to be these banners that say share with the pictures of Kelly and then the one-off impact stories. That's mostly what should be repeating. I don't know. And then the phases of the campaign, they start with like this is one that went out today. It's called the warming email. It's just to let you know, get ready because you're going to be getting a lot of stuff about share. So this is the overview. And then 1 month is going to be why, and then next month is going to be how, and then
Okay.
November is going to be about sharing and caring, and here's how many ways there are to donate. Okay, so this is how the campaign progresses, and it's like killing you with share from every angle, you know. So that's how it's going to be, but the themes are similar to what you see in that email. Okay, so when they do the social media drop, there is somewhere a calendar of it, but I think it all got bumped a little bit. We were trying to finish up some graphics. So I want to make sure the calendar is correct, but there should be a social media calendar where on this day, this email about education in my country, it's going to hit LinkedIn, it's going to hit whatever socials they use, Insta. And so on those days, they would like share committee members, share fundraising committee to like these posts, maybe comment in a robust way, like, oh, I'm another share fellow and it changed my life is what they hope you say. But I do not wish anybody to say something which is not in their own authentic voice on social media. All right. You each have your own personal brand. You comment in the way that suits you. That's how I feel about it. I'm not a big commenter. I wouldn't like someone to tell me to comment in some overly enthusiastic way. It wouldn't be authentic for me. I feel the same for you. So we would ask that now, it wouldn't probably look very good if every time there's a post that Zweli's making a big comment and nobody else, right? So a little bit, I wouldn't mind this job also divided up. If you can all give like a heart or a thumbs up to something, that's great. I'll let you know when it's coming. We can provide, sample script again. I don't know. Maybe I'd like to hear your opinions on this. I'm just making noise with my face now.
No, I think taking our own voice would be a lot better. Like, I don't post a ton on LinkedIn, so I wouldn't be like, oh, fireworks and things like that when I repost anything. So I think we don't really need a script, but if there are guidelines on like certain things that they definitely want us to emphasize or anything like that, I think that is welcome. But other than that, I don't think we want a script for reposting things.
Okay. So a reminder with what we're trying to emphasize in that post, right? Just so you're aware when you make your comments.
Yeah,
And
like if there's a theme, like you mentioned,
yeah,
we definitely want to
education in
go
my
along.
country, or entrepreneurship, whatever. Okay. So what about because I'm not, again, super into social media, but would you like to assign 3 or 4 of you per week to be in charge of liking the stuff that comes out in that week? Or like, what would be a smart way to divide it up? Because these are going to be coming, you know, not every day, but once a week or something like that over the next couple months.
Okay, next
Question.
month.
Do we have a single person from Thunderbird that is posting that?
It's the marketing department. But Caitlin, I don't know if you remember Caitlin, Mickey, from my
Yeah.
department. She's kind of a liaison with the marketing department, and she can get me at least the calendar, and she's designed what the purpose is of each thing. And so I can get you the information. But again, what I would like is if you guys do divide it up, that somebody's checking to make sure it's happening.
Yeah, that should be one of us.
Yeah.
I think
think-
with social media, like if I repost 2 posts, it's gonna show up for my network, but it's gonna disappear. So if I start, it'll be more effective if I keep doing it. So
Mhm. Yeah.
my network keeps seeing it, and at like 4th and 5th post, they probably say, oh wait, last time I thought I would donate, but this reminds me, so let me just click on this link
Okay.
and do it.
So it's better to be consistently liking stuff. Okay, so what's a good way to, should I just say, all you guys should, here it is, everybody do something? I mean, you can like it, you can comment, and you can, repost.
Yeah, and
So
you can
do we have a
share it.
WhatsApp? Do we have a WhatsApp group? Because in our WhatsApp group, or on the email group, whatever, one of us can remind, hey, this is the post today, and then please like it. That's what we do here at Rivian.
Okay,
So there is a campaign about, I don't know, the Latinos working at Rivian. So every single week there will be a story about a happy Latino.
so in other words, your face is all over another campaign, because you're like the only Latino working at Rivian.
The influencer.
So then, yeah, whatever. There are not many Latinos.
I can do that. I'm ahead of everyone, at least I know. So when I post, it's either in the middle of your night. So when you wake up, you see that.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Can you do
Mention.
it? Is it okay for you?
Yeah, I can send a reminder in
Okay.
WhatsApp, like the committee WhatsApp.
Okay,
We
so
don't-
what
I
I'll
don't think-
do,
Do we have a WhatsApp? Because I don't know if
We
I'm
don't.
on.
not yet.
We don't.
Okay.
Not yet.
Shall I set up the WhatsApp?
Yes,
Yeah, I think
please.
so. The WhatsApp would be helpful.
Okay, does Kelly, Boe is on the committee as well? Can he get WhatsApp in China?
Oh no, he got his WeChat.
Yeah, but I'm not doing a WeChat group.
Yeah, and I don't have also WeChat because
Yeah, I mean, I sort of have it,
I
but
need
then
him to, yeah.
it needs updating because I don't ever use it.
But I
Have
can send him
iMessage?
an email or reach out to him.
Okay, do you want to be the Boe Wrangler?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, sure. I
Okay.
mean, we are in the same cohort.
yeah, you're friends too. You would be in touch
Yeah.
anyway, right? So, okay. Okay, I will set up a WhatsApp group and Zuili's gonna be the reminder. So Zuili, either it's me or the student, the current student whose name is Sylvia. She was on the call last time. She's from Ghana. And she's great. I will see if she wants to help me do that. My issue is that I'm about to go on fall break with Kiki in London, and then I'm staying another week in London because we're doing all this share dinners and stuff. So it doesn't mean I can't do stuff, but I think it's more consistent maybe if somebody helps me. So it'll be me or Sylvia probably will get in touch with you and make sure you have the schedule, and you can and since you're first, you can, I don't know, that's great. Okay. I would appreciate it. For you and for Kelly, if things happen at work or in life and it gets to be too much, just reach out and we'll switch it up. This is meant to be like volunteer and it's meant to be fun. Okay. So
I'm only doing LinkedIn, or we also using the share Instagram.
So these things, the campaign will be showing up on the school's Instagram. And so we're hoping people will like it and share it. The share Instagram is kind of a different beast. We go through periods where a student will operate it for a time. I think Mickey did it for us for a while. And then we hand off to somebody, but then finals happen and then there's GCL. And so then I'll handle it. And you should see, I just posted something today. You'll see how dry mine are. Like social media is not very interesting to me. So I'm trying. It's not that I'm just waving it away, but so the actual share Instagram is not going to be the place where this is happening. But maybe that's my job to repost, or somebody could do it for me, repost it also to our share Instagram.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know all the tricks and tips, so if there are other things we need to do, then you let me know. But do we divide up who's liking, reposting, or commenting, or shall I leave it organic to you guys all to interact in whatever way you feel about the posts that show up?
Yeah, I think Swiley can follow up on that.
Yeah. I can like in 2-3 days, I can like, oh, did you do it?
Yeah, somebody like this.
Nothing
Like
annoying.
it.
People
Yeah,
block
I
me.
would say probably leave it organic, and then if
Okay.
we are not getting, or we're getting the community to be disengaged with this, I think we can just boost it up on the chat, right? Like, hey guys, wake up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've written, Zuili is kind of the boss of it. And it's organic unless it doesn't work. Simple, yeah?
Mhm.
They would really like the posts to be shared, though. They want, to really spread it out to everybody's, especially T-Bird networks or whatever other networks. Okay. I think
So
that's,
we are not, well, there is another thing that is calling out other people outside of share. And then we will expect also get some track from LinkedIn and social media.
yes, they will be posting on LinkedIn rather as well. So, wherever the school posts, I think it's mostly Insta and LinkedIn. Do they have a Facebook page? Does anybody look at Facebook? I guess.
Yeah,
I
especially
do, yeah.
the older Thunderbird generation, Thunderbird Mystique community.
Oh yeah, Thunderbird Mystique. They won't post there. That's like an unofficial one.
Ah, okay.
That's where the complainers
The
go.
other one is Thunderbird Connect, the app.
T-Bird Connect will have posts. Are you guys all signed up for T-Bird Connect?
I have to sign up
Yes.
for that.
Mickey laughs.
Yeah, I do.
I have it, but I don't check it.
Yeah, I don't check it either. Maybe, I
The
don't know.
easiest is LinkedIn and Instagram.
Yeah, but
But no, I'm sorry, Maria.
no, I just gonna say, but the marketing department's gonna post it where they think it needs to be posted, so it'll show up somewhere. I'll find out. If it seems that they're posting a lot of stuff on T-Bird Connect, I'll let you guys know, then maybe you can join and make a comment.
Yeah, I was gonna
That
say
would be helpful. Oh, sorry. Go for it, Kelly.
Okay, thank you, Vic. No, I was gonna say that here in Orange County, I found out that the T-Birds alumni that lives here, they use a lot T-Bird Connect, and they are kind of
Wow.
an old generation.
I heard there was a chapter that used it. No, I'm just kidding.
I just found out like wow, and they hang out and all that. I was like, well, I have to use T-Bird Connect now.
I know the chapters are, I guess that's how they do it, but it's a shame, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's another meeting.
go ahead, Vic.
I don't love it. We used to have something that was not very good, but what was great about it is you could type anyone's first name and they would come up with their class year and their last name. And it was like a database. You could find anybody. I used it constantly for share. You come in and you want a job here or there. I could say, there's a guy from my class who works at that place. Let's see, his first name was Mike. And I pull up Mike 87 and I'm like, there he is. But now I have no way to do that now. I have no way to find people on limited information. And Tiber Connect isn't a full database because you have to opt in, and it's because of privacy rights around the world. And so there's nothing to do about it. But anyway, okay,
But
so,
he was gonna say something.
oh,
Yeah,
please,
I
Ruth,
would
sorry.
just suggest if we can track, because I think I love statistics, right? So like if we can track in the Google Doc that Kelly gonna share, if we do another tab and just put the calendar, like here are the dates, here are the way to post it, and we can start tracking like maybe just once a week, one of us go in, I can do that too, just to check like, okay, how much engagement, like how many likes, how many whatever we get on each. And like you can see shared on the original post too to see like how many people share it. So that's one way to track it. And if we say like, hey, we don't get enough traction, then we can go back to the chat and say like, can we get this going? Like if it another day or two and we haven't get enough. And I don't know if the engagement team, the marketing team has like a statistic, they like how many share or whatever. We definitely can work towards a number.
So you want to have some target numbers?
If they have a target numbers, I think we definitely can work with that, like a minimum, at a minimum, like,
Okay.
hey, we want 4 shares, how many likes or whatever, like between the committees, I'm sure we can do that.
Okay, I'm wondering, now that you say that, V, I'm wondering that as you guys are calling these other share fellows, if they can be enlisted, I'm not saying they need to be kept track of. That turns into kind of a full-time job for somebody, but
Mhm.
is there a simple way to encourage them also to,
It's gonna be easier to be organic. Like if we talk to someone, we just start tagging them in. Like after we repost
perfect,
it,
okay,
just start
perfect.
tagging them in.
That's it. That's the
Yeah,
idea.
as long as we connected on LinkedIn, I think we can just easily tag people.
Okay, all right, great. Okay. Anything else come to mind?
I don't see a next meeting yet. Or did we talk about that?
I
know we
didn't plan a
short
next
meeting.
meeting, but we can, I didn't want it to be like too onerous, the number of meetings. If we need one, we can have. Other ways we can operate through WhatsApp group. But I'm very happy to have a meeting if you guys want to touch base and at some point and reconnect and assess.
I think quick sync ups, like 30 minutes, like touch base every 2 weeks or something like that. I think this is
Okay,
gonna last for 2 months, no?
3 even, yeah.
Ah, 3.
Yeah,
So
only to
that's-
December. So I think bi-weekly will be good if we start seeing a lot of like everyone's getting engaged. And I think we can do it maybe every 3-4 weeks
Exactly.
then. But I think starting out, we haven't get everyone sign up yet. We would definitely want to hold ourselves accountable.
Okay. And also, if people are having problems with it, like I can't reach anyone or whatever, then maybe we can, share tips or whatever. So probably it's a good idea. Okay. So then I'll organize another meeting in 2 weeks. I'm sorry about the time. It's not good for everybody, but it's hard to, with the time zones, it's hard to find a time. Zweli, what are you getting up super early for this meeting, or what time is it there?
Yeah.
Now it's 7:40 a.m.
Oh, okay. So you got to get up for a 7 a.m. meeting. Not my favorite time. Should
I
we,
had to leave.
you have to
Sorry.
leave?
Yeah, I had to leave.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mickey.
Bye.
We've got something of a critical mass that shows up at this time. Can I just continue doing it at this time? Is that all right? Want a half an hour
We'll
later?
always be late if it's this time.
Sorry, say again.
I will always be late if it's this time. Wednesday is better for me.
Okay.
Mm,
What about a half an hour later?
yes, that would definitely work.
That's better for Zweli too, right? Oh, the clocks are all going to change soon. Except
Yeah.
for Arizona. Do the clocks change in India, Zweli?
No.
Okay.
It's only a US thing.
It's crazy.
And it's gonna be like longer for me to reach people in Vietnam because it's
Yeah,
now 13 hours.
that's true.
So are you right now in Vietnam, V?
No, I'm in Minnesota.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
We're heavy with Minnesotans in the share. We've got 3 in Minnesota. We've got like 5 people in Toronto, It's interesting where people have ended up.
Oh my gosh, we have 3 people here already. Like, I definitely need to meet up the other person I haven't met.
Yeah, there's Mickey, and then there's a guy from Liberia called Roland who graduated in Mickey's group, right?
Mhm.
All right, guys, so I'm gonna make some notes and I'll send out an email with the notes. I've got a bunch of little tasks to do to get you guys set up. And then between Kelly and Zweli sort of, organizing a bit their respective
Google.
sides. And then, and the first thing is I'm gonna set up a WhatsApp, all
Yep.
right? I will take this recording and put it up again on the Dropmark page. And maybe a copy of that email I'll just put on there too, just for a reference point. But thanks for all the good suggestions. If you think of anything else, let me know. And yeah,
Yeah, thank you, Maria.
very exciting.
That is
Thank you
great.
so much.
Good. Thank you.
Have a safe trip to London.
Oh, thanks. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
When are you traveling? When?
We're leaving next week, next Thursday, I think,
Okay.
for her spring break. But then because I was going to be there, I extended my trip because they were having a TGAN meeting there. And so then it turned out all the share committee was going to be there. The dean's going to be there. So now we're doing a share dinner at Marshall's house. And anyway, so it worked out with the campaign. It was,
Yeah,
it
that's
was
Marshall living
convenient.
in London.
Great.
Marshall, his main address now is in Wyoming, but he lived in London a long time and still has his place there. So occasionally he's there.
Cool.
All right, guys. So good to see you all. Thanks
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.